Thank you guys for inviting me here to talk. A little bit about myself. My name is Vishal Singh. I'm the CTO and co-founder of Zenduit. Zenduit provides fleet management software to companies who have vehicles out on the road. And our mission is to provide and improve driver safety technologies. We look at doing this through GPS tracking, through remote dash cameras, with mobility solutions, and these not just safety, but we look at other areas as well, including productivity through dispatching. And our real goal is to better enable fleet managers to manage their operations. As we know today, being in this COVID world, there's a need more than ever today to have a way to collaborate and communicate with our drivers out on the road, especially when they're delivering services, food, products. And this for us, Hexnode has been a strong partner for us in this mission that we have. And it's a lot different than where we were when we first started 10 years ago. And talking a little bit about our history of when we first started, 10 years ago, our needs were quite simple when it comes to technology, right? I mean, our customers simply wanted to know where their drivers were and were they actually doing the jobs they were assigned to be doing. And, our missions were still the same in terms of improving driver safety and productivity. But as things have evolved, as technology has improved, the needs of our customers have also grown. Especially around mobility solutions. With mobility, with our phones, you can do just about anything these days. And leveraging that technology and that capability was something we latched onto and really has been a driver for growth in our business. We look at ways in which we can always enhance our business, our solutions against our core values of productivity, safety, expandability, and integration. And as we develop new apps for drivers, there's always a growing concern of how these apps can impact the driver's attention, how it can create distraction. And so it's kind of an area that we've had to have a fine balance. We want our fleet managers to be more productive with the drivers, but at the same time, we understand we have a strong responsibility to provide driver safety solutions as well. And in this focus, we've always looked at and considered what are ways in which we can deliver more products and solutions to drivers to better enable operation, but at the same time, making sure drivers are safe and also drivers are accountable to safety of themselves, but also to the others on the road. Because our customers drive large transportation vehicles, because they drive a lot of service vehicles, the risk that they have, not only to themselves, but to the others is very high, simply because of the nature of how long they're driving, meaning fatigue, where they're driving. There's lots of geographies, winter scenarios. There's always a need to drive. For businesses. So, when we're looking at this and being a solutions integrator, we look at how different technologies can fit together to give our customers better insights to manage their fleets. We have GPS, so we know where people are. We have cameras, so we can actually visualize the drivers and their attention to the road. And we measure all of this. We measure, drivers on their phone. We measure their fatigue. We measure, if there's an accident, we can see the actual video and we can remotely pull that video. Now, if we are seeing drivers distracted on the road, and especially if they're using our apps, we're quite concerned that how do we actually manage that behavior? And that's a primary driver for us to look at mobile device management technologies and how to limit that type of distraction. And a lot of it first stemmed from, hey, let's just make sure they're not using apps they shouldn't be and that are not compliant to what a fleet would want their company drivers using. So YouTube or anything that might not necessarily fit with the day-to-day operations when working for the business. So looking at all the other solutions out there, there's a variety of different solutions, but looking at Hexnode, we noticed it's quite different than any of the other players out on the market. And for us, it's quite refreshing to see the flexibility of their platform, the capabilities of their APIs, and ability for us to integrate with their platform. And that really enabled us to get better insights from the Hexnode platform. So when we one of our key focuses is automation, and in not just in automating for our customers, but also automating our own onboarding process. We found that Hexnode was quite flexible in helping us enable that, and making it easier for us to enable our customers to get enabled on it, mobile device management. But it wasn't until we started using the platform with our customers that we really realized the ease of the functionality of the platform and what kind of insights we could gather out of the platform. So, with enabling mobile device management, we're able to determine usage, location, and combining that with our other telematics products on location and even video, we can help look at putting this data together, provide better insights to our end customers. And this insights were quite valuable in helping us develop our own technologies when it comes to distracted driving. And just giving you a little example of that, I mean, we have a driver-facing and road-facing camera. One of the things we want to measure is obviously seatbelt, attentiveness, but also phone usage, right? And today we have some AI built in to our camera where we can actually detect the object of the phone in the driver's hand, but we can, with Hexnode, it's enabled us to have much better accuracy and do some machine learning on whether or not they're actually on the phone when they're driving. And in doing that, that helped us improve our AI for the visual side of things. So if we don't have MDM enabled, Hexnode enabled, we can still better detect the drivers on the phone. And with this insight, our fleet manager, our customers, are better able to see which drivers are using their phones the most, when they're using their phones, and to build strategies to mitigate those risks. Also, when alerts are triggered with the drivers, we're able to better determine coaching strategies for the end customers, right? So we've created video series with our Zendo Learn platform on best practices with regards to being accountable, being to the rules of the road, and the risks of obviously distracted driving. I mean, so it kind of goes without saying, but it's certainly something that we want to build the awareness of, especially when there has been so many accidents relating to drivers on the phone. So, improving the intelligence and where we can measure drivers, providing this in a summarized dashboard for our fleet managers has improved drastically. And looking into the future, we just see these insights and our algorithms improving in further with Hexnode. And as we also introduce new mobility apps to drivers, we're more confident that we can deliver our solutions safely and aligning with our mission. So we don't have that concern, or at least we always have that concern about safety, but being a little bit more confident that we can mitigate the risks of distracted driving. So again, I'd like to thank the Hexnode team for working with us so diligently on working with us on our mission. And as we look forward towards the future, looking at more collaboration and our ability to work together on these insights. And again, to our partners and others in the industry who have a focus on distracted driving, and we want to have a conversation about how we can mitigate this risk and how we can communicate this data about where people are driving dangerously, and have good, strong conversations with our end customers and their users about distracted driving. So, invite anyone out there to create a forum, or for us to create a forum of this discussion. It's a very important topic in my mind as the distraction just keeps growing. And but we look forward to Hexnode being a strong partner in this mission of fighting distracted driving. And thank you guys again, and look forward to working with you guys in the future.